Hey, good afternoon. Happy President's Day. What a great day. A day when we celebrate our country. We celebrate our leaders who have given and sacrificed so much of themselves for this country. And it's less and less frequent that we watch people truly celebrate our country, be proud of the country they come from. But this is a country that's a Chasidei Umay Sa'ilam, from the nations of kindness, from the beacons of light. And many of our presidents, starting with George Washington, sacrificed so much so we could be here today. So first of all, happy President's Day. They say Ronald Reagan once said that he left instructions that in a time of emergency, if there's a national emergency, they should always wake him up no matter what. Even if he's in the middle of a cabinet meeting, you gotta wake him up, even if he's sleeping, right? The point is like this. This week's Torah portion is Vayakel. What's the virtues of leadership? What makes a leader? So we begin this week's Torah portion. Vayakel Moshe es kol adas b'nei Yisrael. Moses united all the Jewish people. He brought them together. Women, men, and children, everyone together, like one person. The virtue, the first and most important virtue of leadership is to know that you have to bring unity, not to split the people, not to fracture the people, not to pit one against the other, but to unite. Vayakel Moshe es kol adas b'nei Yisrael. The second thing, of course, is the sense of humility. Not to think less of yourself, but less about yourself. To realize that you work for the people, not the people for you. And it's something that many times leaders forget. Never mind tyrants and dictators, but even leaders in free world countries forget that they work for the people. Vayakel Moshe. First, Moshe united all the people, but with a sense of humility, with a sense of recognizing that in a certain sense, he belonged to them. He worked for them. But then the Torah tells us the building of the Mishkan, and immediately the Torah tells us about the laws of Shabbos. And Rashi asks, what's the connection between the laws of the Mishkan and the laws of Shabbos? What's the juxtaposition? And Rashi answers, because even when you're building the Mishkan, you don't work on Shabbos. Shabbos is a day of rest. And what does the Torah tell us? Sheishes yamim tasim lacha. 6 days you should weaken, on the 7th you should rest. And the question, of course, is obviously you work 6 days a week. What does the Torah have to tell us? The Torah could have just said you should rest on the day of Shabbat. Why does that Torah portion tell us 6 days a week you work? And the answer is like this. It's very easy. The Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe teaches us, it's very easy to come to shul, to come on Yom Kippur, to come on Rosh Hashanah, during the holidays, on any Shabbos, and to say, God, I'm here for you. I want to do the right thing. I want to be the right person. I want to be kind. I want to be moral. I want to be giving. But then, we leave shul and we forget about it. Says the Torah, the Rebbe tells us, Sheishes yamin tasim malacha. First, before you bring godliness in the Shabbos, you have to bring godliness in your day-to-day work. How do you treat the people you work with? How are you to your workers? When you're a leader, how humble are you? How kind are you? How moral are you? How giving are you? How ethical are you? It's easy sometimes to do the right policies, but not be the right person. And that's why the Torah tells us, Sheishes yamin tasem melacha. First, the 6 days of the week come, tells us. First, you have to bring godliness into the world, into your own life, into your business, into your home. And then, of course, comes Shabbos LaHashem, godliness to God. You know, something we're missing more than ever is leaders that unite, leaders that have humility, leaders that have true morals and ethics, knowing they work for the people and their job is to do what's best for the people. Until sometimes you get such a corrupt leader that's ready to throw in an entire region and maybe the whole world into war just about what he's going to get. There's no humility, there's no morality. I want to tell you about a leader. Friday, someone sent me an email with a story, a letter from the Rebbe that I've never seen before. And it goes back to a letter in the 1960s, I think. Correct, I might be wrong on the date. But these two boys from Israel, from a yeshiva, wrote to the Rebbe. They were in grade school. They were 11 and 12 years old. And they wrote that they wanted to let the Rebbe know that they started a free loan society in their school for their class. And what kind of free loan society was it? It was a pencil free loan society. What happens if you came to school and you didn't sharpen your pencil, there was no eraser, or you didn't have a pencil? They would loan you a pencil. So they had 10, 12 pencils, whatever it was, and they would have a free loan society for their class. And the Rebbe wrote them back a letter. And the Rebbe addressed it to the leaders and the directors of the free loan society. And the Rebbe first thanked them and encouraged them the work they're doing and blessed them to continue doing good work for the community. And afterwards, the Rebbe said at the end, here is my contribution and my involvement and my commitment to your loan society. The Rebbe said, here are these 10, 11-year-old kids. And you know what? The Rebbe was busy changing the world, dealing with leaders, dealing with great rabbis and great people all over the world, and trying to change the world in a positive way, but yet he made the time with the humility and the kindness with these 10 and 11-year-olds. You know, how often, sometimes as leaders, we're so busy with the big guys, but we forget about the small person. We forget that as the leader we have to Vayakam Moshe as Kol Dasbei Yisrael. Moses united all the Jewish people. Let us pray and hope that the leaders that we have in our country, all over the world, and us leaders in our own homes, in our own communities, should remember that in order to be a leader, you need unity, you need humility, you need to bring morality and ethics into your day-to-day life. God bless you. Have a good day. Enjoy the views of the ocean. A couple of days here.